Now let's pick up where we left off with dairy breeds. Holstein, most popular breed of dairy cattle in the United States. Holstein cattle are very large. They're black and white in color. They produce around 100 pounds of milk per day. The polled factor is very popular in them right now. Some of them do have horns, but most time they're going to control those horns and get rid of those. So Holstein cattle. Then the next one is the Jersey. I thought it was give them an honorable mention here. The Jerseys are very small. They have very good milk quality. They're going to have a higher milk fat quality than Holsteins. They're going to produce as much milk. They're very docile, very gentle, just a lot smaller frame animal. Moving on to meat sheep, we raise these for meat. They do have wool, but it's a very low quality wool, such as the Hampshire, originated from England. Okay? Coarse dark brown or black hair and free from wool on their heads. Okay? And you have Suffolk, look very similar, but a darker head, darker legs, a little bit darker wool. They also originate from England. Then you have wool sheep. We raise these predominantly for the wool. We can eat them, but their main purpose is for the wool. The Rambulay is a French breed, very fine wool. This is the kind of wool that you'd want to wear. It would not be as itchy as a coarse wool from a Suffolk or a Hampshire. Then, to give an honorable mention, it's become popular in this area, hair sheep. Now, these both pictures right here, they're sheared. Most of the time, you're going to see them pretty long and shaggy. We don't use the hair in this area. What we do is we sell these for meat. You have the Dorpers and the Katahdins. Very resistant to insects, very tough and hardy creatures. They do well on pasture. They work well in a pasture management system and pasture rotation with cattle and goats and horses. And you have meat goats. They are caper animals. Caper means goat. They were selected for their meat quantity and quality. The Boar Goats originate from South Africa, short and stocky. A lot of good meat on a Boar Goat. They're not your old junkyard goats that's going to eat a tin can. They do prefer grass and grain, and they do prefer some woody plants, but they're not the ones going to be beating the bark off the tree necessarily. Now, Kikos are a little different than that. Kikos is what I raise on my farm. They come in a few different colors, predominantly white, very large horns. They're ones that have a good meat quality, not as desirable as the Boar Goat. But a little more hardy than the Boar Goat. They will eat some grass, but they prefer more browse, woody plants, brush. And I've had them eat the bark off the trees. So that's the Kiko goats. Then dairy goats. Caper animals are selected for their milk quantity and quality. Now, you can eat them, but their main goal is for milk. The Nubian, relatively large, proud, graceful dairy goat. One of the highest milk producers in the dairy goat breeds. Come in almost any color. They originate in Africa. And large droopy ears. I bred my goats back to Nubians this year to try to get some better mothering abilities. And then you have La Manchas. La Manchas are very distinctive. They don't have any ears to speak of. Very small ear that sticks out. Good milk producers, very gentle. Most of the time they're going to be white in color. Then let's move on to swine breeds. These breeds of hogs. Most of our hogs in the United States, like with the cattle, are going to be a mixed breed. They're going to be mutts, okay? But here's the purebred line. Hampshire hogs are black with a white belt. Very good hams, larger ham qualities, good carcass, just a good all-around pig. You have the Yorkshire, most popular in breeding systems right now. They kind of a slightly dished face, erect ears, very hard muscled body. Landrace have a couple extra ribs there, a little bit longer, which means more bacon, more pork chops. Very good quality, very good mothers. They are white in color, longer necks, drooped ears. So that is the Landrace. Next is the Duroc, red in color or reddish in color, large breed of hogs, good carcass quality, semi-drooped ears. And then we'll move on to equine breeds, selected for their riding ability or working ability.